Lotus silk, one of the rarest fabrics on earth. It's produced in only a handful of places: Cambodia, Myanmar, and more recently, Vietnam. Unlike normal silk, which comes from silkworms, this silk comes from the stem of a flower, the lotus, and that's what makes it so extraordinary. Fawn Theoan, a master craftswoman in Vietnam, grew up surrounded by silk. Her family had been raising silkworms for generations, feeding them fresh mulberry leaves and collecting the cocoons that would later be spun into shimmering threads. For centuries, this has been the story of silk. Silkworms do most of the work, and humans just guide the process. But lotus silk is a completely different story. A story of patience, skill, and human hands doing everything from start to finish. To understand just how rare it is, think about this. A single scarf of lotus silk can take up to 2 months to make. Not because machines are slow, but because machines can't make it at all. Every strand must be pulled, twisted, and woven by hand. It begins at the water's edge. Lotus flowers, Vietnam's national symbol, grow in calm ponds and lakes across the country. When the flowers are harvested, workers carefully cut the stems, but hidden inside those hollow stems is the treasure, a fragile bundle of thin, sticky fibers. The fibers are barely visible, and each stem holds only a few of them. The extraction must be done within 24 hours, while the stems are still fresh. If you wait longer, the fibers dry out and snap like dust. So, every single morning during harvest season, from April until October, workers head into the lotus fields to gather new stems. They break them open, gently pull out the silk-like threads, and roll them together by hand. Imagine doing this hundreds of times just to get enough thread for a few centimeters of cloth. Once the fibers are rolled, they're left to dry, but even then they remain delicate. If you pull too hard, they break. If you weave too fast, they unravel. Only skilled hands can handle them. When they're finally placed on the loom, they transform into something unexpected. A fabric that looks soft, like silk, feels breathable, like linen, and stretches ever so slightly. The result is stunning. A 25-centimeter scarf can sell for over $200, not just because of its beauty, but because of the labor hidden in every thread. Fan's team of 20 workers can only produce 10 to 20 scarves each month. Compare that with traditional silk, where a single farm of silkworms can produce kilos of thread in the same time. So why do people pay so much for it? It's not just because it's rare. Lotus silk is considered eco-friendly, since no animals are harmed and no chemicals are used in the process. It's also tied deeply to culture. In Buddhist traditions, the lotus represents purity and rebirth. To wear a fabric born from this flower is to wear a piece of that symbolism. Tourists visiting Vietnam often buy lotus silk as a one-of-a-kind souvenir, something they can't find anywhere else in the world. And slowly, international luxury brands are beginning to take notice. Designers see it not just as a fabric, but as a story. A story of ancient flowers, careful hands, and weeks of patient labor. But there's a challenge. Very few craftspeople know how to make it. The skills are passed on through practice, not machines. Fawn Theoan hopes to change that. By training more workers, she dreams of building an industry that could one day rival traditional silk. But until that happens, lotus silk will remain what it has always been, one of the rarest and most precious fabrics in the world. It's a reminder that sometimes the most valuable things in life are not the ones made quickly or easily, but the ones shaped by time, patience, and the delicate touch of human hands.